COVID-19. COVID-19, that is coronavirus disease. It is the infectious disease. We commonly call as corona only. This is a viral disease. The shape of the virus is crown-like. Hence, the name is given to the virus as corona. COVID-19 outbreak has occurred in Wuhan city in China in the year 2019. Hence, it is called as COVID-19. The virus got transmitted to the human through the bats. As you know that in China, the wild animals, they are consumed as food, and the bats, they are used mainly for the soup preparation. This virus is called as novel virus because this virus was not seen before the outbreak that has occurred. From China, it has spread to all over world, and this has caused the pandemic. The air travel made it to spread very quickly. The pandemic means the spread of the epidemic all over the world is known as pandemic. How the disease spreads? Like any other viral disease, COVID-19 spreads through droplets. When the corona affected patient coughs, sneezes, spits, the viruses are spread in the air. The secretions from the body, such as tears from the eyes, the nasal secretions, the saliva from the mouth, they are all infective. Another mode of transmission is through fomites. Fomites means the objects which are used by the patient. The objects which are generally handled by the patient, they are such as the clothes which are used by the patient, the towels, handkerchiefs, napkins, bed sheets, pillow covers, etc. are infected by the body secretions of the patient, such as the tears, the nasal secretions, and the saliva. When these fomites are used by a normal person, they contract the infection. The third mode of contracting infection is directly coming in contact with the patient, such as the shake hand, hugging can transmit the disease. Touching the face will transmit the disease through tears, nasal secretions, or saliva. Incubation period and the reinfection. Incubation period means the time lapsed between the entry of the virus within the body and the appearance of the symptoms is called as incubation period. In COVID-19, it is generally 14 days. Of course, it may be reduced or be increased also. That is why the contacts of the patients, they are isolated for the 14 days. After the entry of the viruses within the body, the immune system is activated and the specific proteins are formed. They are called as antibodies. They give protection against the disease. The antibodies last generally for 3 months. Hence, the reinfection may occur after 3 months. A patient who has contracted corona disease. Presentation of the disease. When viruses enter in the body, the response will vary from person to person. If immunity is present in subject, may not show any symptoms he is not aware that the viruses are within the body. He continues with usual activities. The viruses will disappear in due course of time and patient is overlooked. These are constitutional symptoms such as body ache, weakness, fever, sore throat, running nose. Patient may recover spontaneously. Spontaneously means what? Of its own. And for this, generally, the self-medication that is taken by the patient, he does not go to any of the physicians or he does not attend the hospital for that. The third presentation, that is called as the moderate cases, where there are the symptoms such as high fever, intense headache, intense body ache, joint pain, sore throat, cough, running nose, breathlessness. Patient always attends physician for this. The treatment is sought, the recovery that occurs without any complications. The breathlessness is common feature. In severe cases, where the condition of the patient is relatively serious and patient has to get admitted in the hospital for the same, the symptoms will remain the same, but the weakness, breathlessness, joint pains, fever, they are very high and the patient may get the breathing problems. Many a times there are small emboli, that is the clots which are present into the small blood vessels, and they are the causes for changes into the heart and changes into the lungs. Many a times such patients, they are to be managed in the intensive care unit. Treatment part. The treatment is to be divided into two parts. One is specific antibiotic, that is the antiviral antibiotic. As such, many antiviral antibiotics have been tried, but not that they give complete guaranteed protection. And other thing is to give the symptomatic line of treatment. Whatever the complaints are there, they are to be treated symptomatically, and whatever the complications they occur, these complications, they are to be treated. Example, if there is pneumonia that has occurred to that, so you have to treat the pneumonia, you have to treat the infections, and for that other antibiotics and the drugs, they are to be given. The common drugs which we read in newspapers, in one is known as hydroxychloroquine. That hydroxychloroquine, it is the immunomodulator, but it has got this efficacy is not been proved as yet. Now, immunity. The cases having strong immunity generally do not suffer from the disease, or they have got mild symptoms and recover uneventfully. Immunocompromised cases are more vulnerable, that means they are subjected to more dangers. And these immunocompromised cases are such as old age, patients suffering from tuberculosis, patients suffering from asthma, cancer patients, diabetes cases, patients suffering from HIV/AIDS, coronary heart disease, that is the heart attack, the smokers and alcohol addicts. These are the patients having more risk for the coronavirus. Precautions to be taken against the COVID-19. I have divided them into two. Do's and don'ts. Do's, what you are supposed to do. The use of a mask to cover the nose and the mouth. Preferably, the mask should be N95 mask, which will not permit the entry of the viruses in your body. If N95 mask is not available, then the mask that is to be used, it must be multi-layered so that the filter of the viruses, it occurs effectively. Mask is always mandatory when you are outside. Frequent washing of hands with soap and water thoroughly. This frequent washing of the hands is to be carried out at least for 30 seconds, and actually the guidelines which have been given for the washing of the hands and the procedure that is to be adopted for washing of the hands, it is to be observed meticulously. The soaps, those are used for that, they should be the antiseptic soaps, and these are available in the market such as carbolic acid soap, and carbolic acid soap is Lifebuoy soap, which you know very commonly. Like that, Dettol soap, Savlon soap, these soaps can be used very effectively. The washing has to be as and when you come from outside, or you come in contact with the other persons, or as and when you require. The sanitizers are to be used very frequently. Always be in a habit of keeping the bottle of the sanitizer with you in your office on a table, so whenever you come in contact with any of the visitors to you, or you interact with any of the persons, it is better to make use of the sanitizers. The change of the clothes. When you come from the outside, you always change all the clothes, and social distance. In social distance, the viruses which are spread from a person in air in the form of droplets, they travel roughly 2 meters. So that there should be a distance from other persons minimum 2 meters. And use of napkins and handkerchief while coughing or sneezing is a must. Now we talk about the don'ts, what you are not supposed to do. Don't go in the crowded areas, such as marketplaces, cinema halls, malls, bazaars, wedding ceremonies, festivals, fairs, carnivals, hotels. Such places, they are to be generally avoided, and the persons who are immunocompromised, they should be more cautious. Avoid physical contacts such as handshakes, huggings. Fortunately, in India, the customs what we have got, we always do namaskar. We never go with the handshakes and huggings. Do not spit on roads. Unfortunately, everywhere you find the people, they are in habit of spitting on a road with chewing of the tobacco. So, do not cultivate the habits of smoking, tobacco chewing, alcohol. Do not consume cold beverages, ice cream, etc. because these cold beverages or the ice cream, they increase the risk of throat infections. Do not touch your body parts such as eyes, nose, mouth. That so many people, they have got the habit of touching the eyes, touching the nose, touching the mouth for no reasons. So it is to be avoided. Now, prevention. Prevention is always better than cure. The effective way to prevent and fight coronavirus infection is to boost up the immunity. To cultivate healthy habits, that is enough rest, enough sleep, good nourishing diet, frequent warm water garglings, and avoiding of the fast food, oily food. Boost up your immunity by using supplements of vitamins. Vitamin D. There are so many articles which have come now, and the research is being carried out all over the world that the subjects having vitamin D deficiency, that is the vitamin D value in body less than 20 nanograms per ml. It has been observed that the subjects having vitamin D deficiency less than 20 nanograms per ml are more likely to contract the disease and respiratory complications. Normal vitamin D level is between 30 to 100 nanogram per ml. This vitamin can be taken in the form of nano solution, sublingual tablets, that means the tablets which are to be kept under the tongue, chewable tablets, they are to be chewed, or it can be taken in the form of injections. It is always to be remembered, the vitamin D that is taken in the oral form, it may not get absorbed completely and it may not be effective. The dosages and the frequency of vitamin D, it should be always consulted with the physician. Self-medication should be avoided. Vitamin C. Vitamin C, you can use it in the natural form also and in the forms of the tablets also. In the natural form, as you know that Avla is the richest source of vitamin C, and the peculiarity of the vitamin C that is present in Avla, that it does not get reduced even if it is being treated or used as food. So use Avla candy or any form of Avla for good source of the vitamin C. Or the tablets, they can be taken. The tablets are available in the market. They are the chewable tablets or suckable tablets. But remember, the vitamin C, if it is taken for a longer period on a very high dosages, they can cause kidney stone. So vitamin C always is to be taken with the advice of the physician. The third vitamin, which is very commonly now considered, that is vitamin E. And vitamin E is available in the market in the form of capsules, and these capsules are present in 100 milligram, 200 milligram, 400 milligram, 600 milligram. The dosages, again, it is better to get as per the advice from the physician. The last point, that is the vaccination against the coronavirus. There is much said about the vaccination against corona. The topic is discussed at multiple levels, such as government, state government, central government, TV channels, newspapers, and many other media. The hope is given that in due course of time, the vaccine against the corona will be developed and it may turn out to be the great boon. However, one should realize that coronavirus, like other viruses, changes its genetic configuration very frequently. The preparation of the vaccine takes very long time before it is made available for the beneficiaries. The extensive clinical trials are to be conducted and the process has to fulfill the norms which are laid down by the statutory body. The manufacture vaccine for global population is a huge task, and it will take very long period, plus the fund which is to be made available is another point to be considered. The herd immunity. As more and more people will get exposed to the virus, they will get the immunity, and that with that majority of the population will get the immunity against the virus, and it will give protection to the entire population from the coronavirus. कोरोना व्हायरसबद्दल सध्या मीडियामध्ये खूप चर्चा चालू आहे. प्रत्येक वेळेस त्याला शास्त्रोक्त आधार असेल असे नाही. प्रत्येक मीडियामधून माहितीचा भडीमार केला जातो, त्यामुळे आपल्या मनावर त्याचा विपरीत परिणाम होऊ शकतो. कोरोना व्हायरसमुळे सामाजिक, आर्थिक, व्यावसायिक परिणाम खूप झाले आहेत. त्यामुळे मानसिक ताणतणाव खूप वाढले आहेत. या परिस्थितीवर कशी मात करायची यावर खूप विचारमंथन चालू आहे. आपण या आजाराची भीती बाळगायची नसून योग्य ती काळजी घ्यायची आहे. कदाचित आपल्याला जीवनशैली कायमची बदलावी